Hi, this is Kevin. I'm a software developer at MyCo, and I'd like to talk to you about one of the often overlooked features of the MiForms ecosystem, API development. MyCo makes available an SDK or software development kit for the MiForms solution. With it, you can access things such as the MiForms server, MiForms client, and even the MiForms component from external applications, and you can develop applications that incorporate MyCo into their product. Alternatively, you can develop MyCo applications that can access other companies and business applications, software development kits, or APIs. An example of this that I have experience working with recently is FileHold. FileHold is essentially a document management system that businesses use to organize all of their digital data. Their framework is built on .NET's framework, similar to MiForms. A client of ours that uses FileHold wanted to create a system that integrated research survey documents requiring considerable data validation with the document repository and have all the document management happen behind the scenes. So to start it off, I downloaded this information from the FileHold people. It comes with this FileHold Common DLL, which is their library to access their API stuff. Included were web references that you can link up into your Visual Studio project. And this came with this thing, which is a sample class of how to use the FileHold. You could load this project up into Visual Studio just to see an example of it. You also have the documentation for accessing all of this stuff within here as well in this. In this case, we decided to build a wrapper application in Visual Studio. So what I did was install the FileHold Common reference and then built a bunch of applications inside this FileHold wrapper, is what we called it. And this incorporates a lot of functions like logging in, modifying the metadata, making metadata changes, document login, log out, locking the documents, and handling all that kind of stuff is built right into this application so that it would be easily managed by our MiForms form. And then once we built this library, I went back to my MiForms form, and in the references area you can see that I've referenced in this FileHold Common is referenced for one so that we could access certain things directly, and we have our FileHold wrapper, this that handles all of our custom management of the FileHold stuff. So we could do both. You can actually, from this scripting area of the MiForms designer, access the FileHold API directly or access this FileHold wrapper DLL that we created to manage more custom stuff. In it, you just right click in the references area here and pick and add a reference and browse, and then we just added the reference that we needed, but it's already there, so I won't have to worry about it right now. You can see in the import statements that we have some reference to FileHold wrapper right here. With this, we created a bunch of functions in our form that would manage FileHold based on the interface within our MiForms form. We hid some of the information that was stored by the FileHold in hidden fields outside of our form so that it can just manage that stuff continuously. This application is based entirely on the .NET framework, but you aren't limited by that. In fact, you can develop against JavaScript APIs and such if you're using iPad and Android devices, and there's a whole lot more flexibility that you can go into. I would advise checking out mycorporation.com and looking at their SDK page for more information. I hope you find this video helpful, and I'll see you next time.